takes about 30 seconds. The MacTech carbine upper is classified as an accessory and can be delivered right to your doorstep with no FFL or background check required. It's the world's most versatile pistol accessory. Build your custom upper today. Simply go to handgunconversion.com. That's handgunconversion.com.
Let me tell you about Life Change Tea, the tea that makes you go. I've been drinking Life Change Tea and have more energy every day. Life Change Tea is a proprietary herbal formula, a gentle daily cleanse designed to rid your body of harmful intruders. Our food was different 60 years ago, no processing and free of pesticides. Today, not so much. No wonder we feel run down. Try Life Change Tea for yourself. Go to getthetea.com. Not available in stores. Go to getthetea.com. Mention JB in the coupon box for free shipping.
From the Manchester Center studios, this is the Central Valley's home for ABC News. Talk Radio 1550 KXEX Fresno.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. As the U.S. chalks up thousands more COVID-19 cases, Congress will this week be working on the next coronavirus stimulus package. But there's disagreement between the White House and Senate Republicans on what it will include. Here's ABC's Karen Travers in Washington.
Sources tell ABC the Trump administration is looking to phase out funding for coronavirus testing and contact tracing, as well as some funds for the CDC and NIH. This as cases of COVID-19 are exploding across the nation. Senate Republicans are proposing $25 billion in grants to states for testing and contact tracing, about $10 billion for the CDC and $15 billion for the NIH.
A senior White House official not disputing that the administration does want to zero out funding for that, but says it's still early. Some encouraging news this morning about a potential coronavirus treatment. It's still early in human trials, but researchers at Oxford say preliminary results suggest it could dramatically reduce the number of COVID-19 patients needing intensive care. The Oregon Attorney General is suing federal agencies who've moved in on Portland, they say, without permission. Mayor Ted Wheeler says they are targeting protesters who've been demonstrating for more than 50 nights in Portland.
Unmarked vehicles driving into crowds, pulling people off the streets without any probable cause, as far as I can tell. And the people who are engaging in those activities aren't even willing to identify who they are, and they don't wear insignia on their uniforms. That's a real threat to democracy because ultimately there's no accountability for that.
Police in New Jersey are still on the lookout for a gunman who shot the husband and son of a federal judge, killing the son, a freshman in college. This is a neighbor.
Just very good-natured, wonderful people. So hopefully they'll be okay. And that's it. We love them very, very much. That's all I can say. We love them very, very much.
Judge Esther Salas was not hurt. Her home is now being guarded by federal officials. You're listening to ABC News.
Can the daily recommended servings of fruits and vegetables fit into just 6 capsules? Yes. We start by sourcing organically grown whole fruits and vegetables. We ensure they are picked at peak ripeness. All of our produce is third-party tested for pesticides, heavy metals, bad bacteria, and nutrients. They are then washed, cut, and put through an advanced vacuum cold process which removes the water using pressure. This maximizes the nutritional value while preserving the color, smell, and taste of the fruit or vegetable. The freeze-dried food is then ground into a fine powder without adding any additives, fillers, or extracts. These powdered foods are then mixed in our proprietary blends and encapsulated, locking out air and moisture. The capsules are then bottled and shipped directly to our customers. Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
Divide.
Everybody's talking.
Turmoil.
Police declaring a riot. What do you feel? What do you think? Yet again.
Mandated shift.
38th straight day of unrest.
Whatever it is.
We will never let them rip America's heroes.
It's happening.
From our monuments.
Right here.
Or from our hearts.
Right now.
How do you feel about this?
History. On Talk Radio 1550 KXEX.
All right, here we go again. This is Jim Franklin for Huckleberries. The governor's taken the dimmer switch and turned it down and said that restaurants cannot have in-restaurant dining. Well, that hadn't turned down my need for great food, and that's why Huckleberries is once again emphasizing they have carryout. Folks, I encourage you. You still have that great desire, especially for good food like Huckleberries serves. 3 locations, Champlain and Perrin, my favorite, 41 in Bullard, and Clovis and Shaw. They're open for takeout. I encourage you to do that. I've done it on several occasions, and the food is just as great. You can take it home. You can take it to work. You can take it with you. Why don't you give them a call? Again, Champlain and Perrin, 41 in Bullard, Clovis and Shaw, Huckleberries. The number at my favorite, 41 in Bullard, 440-9045. That's 440-9045. You can still have that great food. Now you just got to take it home and eat it, at least until we turn that dimmer switch back up.
Road to the White House. Continued troubling news for President Trump in the latest ABC News Washington Post polling.
Joe Biden now leads Donald Trump in election preference by 15 points among registered voters and 10 points among likely voters. Look no farther than the COVID-19 pandemic. With cases surging, a record 60% of Americans now disapprove of how Trump is handling the pandemic, and Biden leads in trust to handle it by 20 points.
Pollster Gary Langer. Interviewed by Fox News, the president said no face mask mandate.
Will you consider a national mandate that people need to wear masks?
No, I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that, no. And I don't agree with the statement that if everybody wear a mask, everything could disappear.
On the election, the president would not say whether he'd accept any result other than him winning. In response, Biden's campaign issued a statement declaring the American people will decide this election. The United States government is perfectly capable of escorting trespassers out of the White House. Richard Cantu, ABC News. Here are your political insights from ABC News. Racism in the U.S., one of the subjects during the president's interview with Fox News, declaring the Confederate flag is not inherently racist.
When people proudly had their Confederate flags, they're not talking about racism. They love their flag. It represents the South.
Roger Stone, who recently had his prison sentence commuted by longtime friend, the president, appears to have used language some considered unacceptable during an interview in Los Angeles.
In an interview on KFI AM 640, host Mo Kelly spoke with Roger Stone Saturday night, during which Kelly, who is black, had this exchange with Stone over the commutation of his prison sentence.
I'm guessing it was more than just luck, Roger, right?
I don't really feel like arguing with this Negro.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Kelly then asked Stone.
I was talking and you said something about Negro, so I wasn't exactly sure.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
You're out of your mind.
Mark Remillard, ABC News.
And those are your political insights. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
Talk Radio 1550, KXEX. Same conservative values, same conservative hosts.
Morning, glory America. It's Hugh Hewitt. I am not there. Bonjour. Hi, Canada. I am not in Canada either. I'm nowhere. Today I'm on vacation for a solid week before the madness of the fall descends. But I'm leaving you in the trusted hands of Colonel Kurt Schlichter. He's got a brand new book out, The 21 Lies About Donald Trump and You. You've got to get it, and you've got to listen to Kurt today. Thank you, Kurt. Take it away.
Thank you, Hugh Hewitt. It is great to be back here in the Relief Factor studio in beautiful Southern California at 0 dark 30. Actually in the military, because I'm a retired United States Army colonel, we say, oh, dark 30. What else am I? I'm a senior columnist for townhall.com. I am a noted Los Angeles trial lawyer, and I am the author of this. If you are watching on the universe, I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it like a Polaroid picture. It is the new book from Regnery, The 21 Biggest Lies About Donald Trump and You. It is burning up the charts. It's #1 with a bullet. It's not #1, but it's because that's Mary Trump's book. Right, my book comes out the week Mary Trump's book comes out. You know, this ne'er-do-well, niece of Donald Trump. And she's like, well, I heard secondhand that Donald Trump's the Antichrist, demanding children be sacrificed to Moloch. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't think she actually said that. But I think if she could make money off it, I think she might very well say that. But you know what people are saying out there? Let's get to the rundown. Let's get to the news and information that you come to the Hugh Hewitt radio program to receive each morning. What's happening out there? Well, unbelievably, because I have this unique knack for walking in and guest hosting for the great Hugh Hewitt, only on days when all hell is breaking loose, where you got chaos and fire, and in the words of Bill Murray, dogs and cats living together. Today, it's a little chill, and I'm glad to hear that. I think we need a break, and frankly, I think a little break from some of the excitement works to the advantage of Donald Trump. And I'm a big supporter of Donald Trump because I believe that gropey old weirdo who lives in a basement is a huge danger to everything we believe in. Donald Trump believes that, too. Yeah, Donald Trump believes that. He did an interview with Chris Wallace. We're going to play a lot of cuts from that today. But I want to tee up with a little cut from that. Number 10.
The people, the radical left people that surround him will call. Religion will be gone, okay? Life, you could forget about that, the whole question of life. Supreme Court.
When you say life, you mean abortion?
Absolutely, 100%. That whole question, which is a very, it's always been a 50-50 thing. It's actually trending a little bit more toward one
when
side.
When you say religion is going to be gone, what does that mean?
Look at what they're doing to the churches. They won't let the churches even open if they want to stand in a field 6 feet apart. We've had churches that wanted to stand in fields 6 feet apart. There has never been an administration that's done so much as I have, from tax cuts to regulation cuts to rebuilding the military to getting choice for the vets. Nobody's done the things I've done. Nobody. In 3.5 years, no other president's been able to do what I've done.
Yeah, that's President Donald Trump with Fox's Chris Wallace this weekend. We'll be hearing a lot from that because there was a lot of great stuff in that. But one of the key things is the president was expressing his frustration with this whole pangolin pandemic panic nonsense that's been going on. No, I am not a COVID-19 truther. I believe it exists. I believe it is potentially dangerous to certain people in certain groups and not that dangerous to others, and that we need to have a reasonable and rational response to it. A reasonable and rational response does not include shutting down churches. And I got to say, and Hugh Hewitt knows Chief Justice John Roberts, personally knows him and personally respects him, and we exchange messages, offline because we're both noted lawyers, and I gotta say, I am less happy with John Roberts than Hugh Hewitt is. Particularly what I consider this horrible, horrible decision to treat religious gatherings like you might treat bowling games or barbershop quartets. He refused a challenge to a rule, and I believe it was a Torrance church very near where I live. In the South Bay of Los Angeles. Beautiful South Bay. And heart of enemy territory. Ted Lieu's district. God help me. Please pray for me. The Supreme Court turned down a challenge to these unfair and obnoxious restrictions, saying, well, we got to treat religion like we treat everything else. What a terrible, terrible, terrible ruling by Chief Justice John Roberts. In fact, the Constitution tells us specifically how we should treat religion. We should allow its free exercise, period. There's no asterisk. There's no footnote. There's no qualification. Free exercise of religion.